underneath that my layout. Good afternoon, Northern Ontario. My name is Dave. This is Macuro Siding by N-Scale Railroad. Today we're going to finish up the groundwork in here, and I'm going to give you a quick tour so you can see what the quarry looks like in its present stage. So let's just go around here and we'll just do some quick cuts. So camera 3, there we are in camera 3. Camera 4 is the computer. Camera 5. See there, I just did some static grass at the bottom of the mine, near the exit of it. Where are we going to next? No, I didn't want to go. No, okay, no. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go to here. There's a long shot. And number 7. And there's another shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down the rest of the grout to fill in all of in here, around here, up here, back in here, and here. Now I'm not going to do it all on camera because it's going to be kind of repetitive, and you've seen me do it before, but I just wanted you to get a chance to see what the quarry looks like now. I've started to plan my yard. I did a whole bunch of research yesterday on what it was. I had it set up one way, and I went online and found a whole bunch of different plans, and I found one that will fill the space really nicely and give me great operations once it's up and running. So what we're going to get to do right away here is we're going to start on camera 3, I think. Alright, so I'm just gonna remove some stuff that isn't glued down. I'm gonna remove my little diesel here. Don't want to get any glue on that. Those things are honking expensive. So I won't be ballasting today. I'm gonna do a quick demo on how I ballast over farther down the track. But for now, we're going to take the basing glue. I'm using the basing glue from the static grass because it works really well. Oh, that was smart, David. I just got some glue where I didn't want to get it. So all I'm going to do is, now last week when I showed you the static grass, just cleaning up a mess I just made here, I poured it out of the bottle and you saw me pour out a ton of glue that didn't need to be poured out. So I'm gonna very carefully here without wasting glue like I did last time. Now normally I use 50% Mod Podge, 50% water for this, but since I keep saying this is an experiment, We used the right glue last week with the static grass. We used this glue. This glue is intended for static grass. So I'm just gonna let's see, we'll do in here as well. Alright, so I'm going to grab my little shaker and let's just see what's inside it. Oh, I got rocks inside it. Where am I going to put these? Oh, got another little container right here. Let's get rid of you guys. And I'm going to start with this dark brown chocolate color. And I'm now going to mix in some of the other stuff. There we go. So as you see me do this before, just going to take the shaker and very carefully Now this little area here that I'm doing right now is going to be for parking vehicles that aren't being used in the mine at the moment. And I've got another brush somewhere. Oh yep, there you are. Oops, don't do that, David. Don't do that. No, you just did. You just flattened your grass. Okay, well, we're okay. So I'm just going to now I put down way more than I need to do. And I'm just going to dab it and kind of push it into the glue. And then what I'm going to do is I've got some isopropyl. Oh, there it's way over there. Okay, I'm going to have to go underneath and get it. But anyway, so I'm just giving this a little bit of texture with the brush and making sure that it's covering up everything. All right, a little bit more glue. And shake again. And now, I have a dirty pipette and I have a clean pipette. That's my clean one. Where's my dirty one? Oh, right here. Okay. Okay, I got a very small, thin area here. There's no way a brush is going to get in there. So, pick up some more glue. All right, let's squeeze that out. Put this dirty pipette over there. I think I'll have to climb under. Just give me a second here. My arms aren't as long as they used to be. Oh! And my back isn't as flexible as it used to be. I'm gonna have to figure something out with this duck under. The older I get, the less likely I am to duck under. So I'm just going to take the spray head off of this. Grab my clean pipette. And I know lots of people do groundwork a lot differently than I do, but this has worked for me so far. So I'm a happy camper doing it this way. It's amazing how isopropyl just spreads itself out, just keeps creeping. Now the other thing that I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm doing it next week. It might be because I'm going to finish this off camera, because again, it's not exactly riveting video. Like I say, I could spray this, but I'm going to get it on my buildings, and my buildings are weathered, and I don't want the isopropyl to affect the weathering that's on those buildings. Alright, so while that's like that, I'm just going to put that over here. I'm going to take one of my makeup brushes, and I'm going to put some lighter stuff on top. I hope my head hasn't been in the way all the time. Gee, I never thought about it, never saw it. There we go. Anyway, there we go. So like I say, this area is going to be an area where we park vehicles that aren't in use. So I'll continue. I'll just do one more section and we'll call it quits. I'm going to switch to, let me see, I think camera 5. Can you see anything on camera 5? I'm going to do this area right here. So maybe if I move some stuff out of the way. And maybe if I zoom in. Now, this is my brand new camera. It's a fancy little thing. And right now it's on a gimbal. There we go. I guess you can see that. Good enough. So, same deal again. I've got 2 brushes, one dry, one clean. And we'll do this in here. I think I should have filled that with something before I started here. Well, I'll almost come back and do it. One of the things I think I'm going to do for you or show you is how to make your own tufts. I bought a whack of them from Wish.com, or it was either Wish or AliExpress. Those are my 2 discount stores online. And I thought to myself, gee, you know, you might be able to make your own. And especially with N scale, a lot of the ones that I bought, they're not actually tufts. They're what I would call bushes or small shrubs and trees. they're nice. I must admit I'm not dissatisfied with them, but I'm just gonna reach in here and get some more glue. And so, oh, well. Now I may come back. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back and put some static grass over some of this gravel area. Probably the last thing I'm going to do on this this quarry is spend a couple of days painting and weathering all of the vehicles. I did the dump trucks already. So now I have graders and excavators and all sorts of other equipment that need to be weathered. And the episode where I do a couple of those vehicles will probably mark the finish of the quarry itself. Okay, let's get some glue down in there. Okay, and once more, I'm just going to check and see how much of the powder I still have. Well, probably enough. And so, here we go again. So as you can see, it goes pretty quick. And you do get it all over everything. I don't know, if somebody wants to leave me a comment. Do you do your groundwork first and then put your buildings in, or do you do the buildings first and put the groundwork in? I mean, logically, the ground was there before the earth was. Over last weekend, I ordered my backdrops for sort of the first, I would say the first half of the layout. We're going to start in the corner where I'm working here. It's going to start right here, go along, right along there, go around the corner and go along that back wall. I'm going to have to go out and buy some more hardboard because I don't have enough. Complete it all the way around. All right, and that's about got it. You know what, I think I'm going to leave that and come back and do it. And then we're just going to wreck this. Okay, so I see one more little area to do, and so the stages that are left of the quarry are, I have Sorry, I'm concentrating and not talking. We obviously still have to ballast this. Along the open side where the fascia is, there's a single track, and then there's the feeder track that comes in and feeds the quarry. I have to I got to put a stream on one side of that. I got from England. I can't remember. I think it's James Train Supply. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Anyway, he makes etched fencing, and I went out and bought a lot of chain link fence so that I could put a fence along that line that comes beside the mine. I've got to put in the lights on this side. Let me see, where can I show you that? Yeah, I got all these cameras and not one of those pointed where I want it to be. Anyway, it's a matter of putting those lights in. I can't remember, did I show you the lights, how I put those lights in? I'm gonna have to go back and look at my own videos. I don't know. So there'll be a video on lights, there'll be a video on ballasting, there'll be a video on chain link fence. So you can see we got 4 or 5 more to go. I'm already planning to do a little diorama experiment with epoxy to test it before I try it on my layout. I've never done it. Well, that's not true. I did it in the 80s when I was building furniture for a house out west. I got that thick, heavy epoxy, and I made a desk for us to use in the house because I was a teacher. I needed a desk to put papers on and do planning and stuff. And I covered that with the epoxy, and it was, it was about an 1/8 of an inch thick and shiny as all could be. Anyway, oops, I just saw I put down the glue and I didn't put down any. There we go. Now I am going to vacuum this up but I am going to allow the if some of this gets stuck in between the rails and ends up looking like ballasting, I'm going to leave it in, but I am going to ballast it with the Woodland Scenics fine gray ballast. So as you can see, we've done this and this, and it's getting closer and closer to being done. Still have to think about a couple of things in terms of scenery. Over here, that's camera 5. Let's see if it's on camera 5. You can just barely see them, but there are toothpicks here pushed into the foam. That's because those are holes where the trees are going to go. And when I start to do some plastering and sculpture mold and stuff in here, I want to keep those holes where they are because I've already figured out where it looks the best. So as you can see, we've pretty well got her done here. I still have to. Oh, I see that. Oh man, almost there. There we go. So I'm just going to take some isopropyl alcohol and put it on this. And alrighty. So I want to thank you for watching. Next week we'll continue on. I'd like to actually finish the quarry, so I can move on to other things. But it's going to be another 3-4 weeks. When it comes to doing the yard and everything, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put a big piece of paper out on the layout over where the yard's going to be, and I'm going to draw it out on that. And then I'm going to once I've drawn it out, I'll be able to figure out how many more points and stuff I need. Also, the one example that I have that I want to use, excuse me, it's dusty down here now, is that it has a single track running through the middle of the yard for its main line, and I'm going to put in a double so that we have as much double track as possible. If I had been really thinking about what I was doing when I was building the quarry, I'd have left enough room for 2. And there is room for 2, but I'm using one as a feeder to allow diesels and cars and stuff to come into the quarry. So in one section, there's only going to be a single line, but everywhere else there'll be a double, and that'll mean that for operations, it'll mean I have to operate my layout. I have to stop a train, let one pass, let the other go. I know not everybody likes operations, but it is a way to really enjoy the hobby. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.